Welcome back, guys. You're riding with the pimp on a blimp. It's After Hours with Alex Stein on Real America's Voice. I know it's late at night, but the feeling's right. We got a big game this Sunday. The NFL is playing the world's biggest spectacle on the world's biggest stage. The Super Bowl is finally here. But what if I told you that the winner was already determined? And I know, oh, you're crazy. You're a tinfoil hat conspiracy theorist, Alex. There's no evidence that the NFL would rig games. Well, let me tell you something. This is a multi-billion-dollar industry where oftentimes you see teams like the Seattle Seahawks who are going up on the auction block. It would be very beneficial for all of the teams' values if when the Seahawks are sold after the season, it is sold for the highest amount, and they're already speculating that it's going to be sold for $7 to $8 billion, which would be the most expensive sold professional sports franchise in the history of sports. And it's an awfully weird coincidence that the Seahawks happen to be in the Super Bowl. And I know they got a great defense, but there's a lot of teams that had a great defense this year. So I want to play a few clips to give my crazy conspiracy theory a little context. But before we play the clips, I want to talk about just the 10 most recent sports gambling and game rigging scandals that are facing America, starting with Emmanuel Clase and Luis Ortiz in the Major League Baseball. They were indicted in November of 2025. They were alleged to have rigged individual pitch outcomes for their daily fantasy sports prop bets. As well as NBA legend Terry Rozier of the Miami Heat was charged in a widespread illegal sports betting and money laundering conspiracy. Chauncey Billups, the NBA coach for the Portland Trail Blazers, was arrested in October 2025 for the same thing. Damon Jones, former NBA player and coach, charged in 2025 with gambling prosecution for fixing games. Jonte Porter, former NBA player of the Toronto Raptors, banned in 2024. Lifetime ban in the NBA for manipulating prop bets. And various NCAA players have been arrested. DeQuavion Short, Donovan Sanders, Alvin Stredick. I mean, the list goes on and on. Even it goes to tennis. Quentin Fauquier received a 20-year sentence for international tennis rigging. I mean, and this is just the top 10 people that have been arrested recently. So this goes back a long time. Now, let's play a clip from a long time ago of the first Super Bowl and Bubba Smith talking about how the game was rigged.
Big Bob, let me ask you this, man, because I read somewhere where you said that Super Bowl III...
Hold on, let's line this up properly.
Okay.
Super Bowl III, Baltimore Colts, the power of the NFL, taking out the upstart New York Jets from the AFL. You guys were the biggest favorite in Super Bowl history, right? No way you could lose. You end up losing 16-7. What happened?
Well, I personally think the game was fixed.
The game was fixed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
So Michael and his peers can make the money that they'll make.
Michael Irvin, you made the league better. Is that what you're saying? If you guys lost?
See, if the Jets don't win that game, then they don't have the NFL the way it is today.
Oh, because it was the merger. It was
the merger. That was the third.
How did they fix a game like that?
See, the quarterback.
Yeah.
If you remember, we went inside the 25 times in the first half.
Right.
And come away with no points.
Right.
Which is not a characteristic of a Colt team.
But nobody came to you and said, "Hey, Bubba, here's
No.
Well, who did they go to? Sorry.
See how Bubba looked at Chris?
You trying to get me killed.
Now, there's also a famous instance of Dwight Smith saying that the Super Bowl against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Oakland Raiders was also fixed. So, guys, these are players saying the games are fixed. We have evidence of players getting caught cheating. Not only players, but also coaches. And you're like, Alex, you're so crazy. That can't be true. But let me show you something even crazier. This is a clip of Rich Eisen exposing the NFL in what is called revelation of the method. See, the NFL is not that much different than professional wrestling. It's like Macho Man Randy Savage versus Hulk Hogan. But they feel guilty about lying to us. So they do this thing called revelation of the method. They kind of give us hints that it is rigged, right? It's like breaking kayfabe. Kayfabe is in wrestling, you stay in character, but sometimes it's fun when the wrestlers are out of character. It kind of humanizes them. And these people are evil. These people want to constantly make us feel sad because there's 32 NFL teams and only one team gets to be a Super Bowl champion every year. So you have fan bases from 31 other teams that are sad. And that's kind of their control method, is that they bring our energy up and they take us right down, and it keeps us wanting more. It's similar to like a drug like cocaine. And I know that sounds crazy, but I'm a crazy guy and I'm telling you crazy stuff. And I'll give you the opportunity to believe it or not. But let's play this clip that shows the NFL opening graphic. And in this graphic, the two smallest players are Drake May and Sam Darnold. And guess what? They're at the front of the line to play in the Super Bowl. Let's roll the tape.
Didn't see, and just this is nuts. Before the season, the NFL put up this, what would you say, mural, graphic, or whatever?
Yeah, sure, artwork.
Okay, artwork.
Yeah.
Barkley's at front and center, and Purdy and Burrow and Mahomes and Watt, and all 32 teams are represented, looking at the trophy inside of Levi Stadium for Super Bowl 60. And it's the 32 teams with February dreams. We're so back. This was the first week of the NFL season. All right, now zoom in on the two quarterbacks who are closest to the trophy.
That's crazy.
That's fantastic.
Darnold and May are up front.
Up front.
Now, Malik Neighbors is there, and Jaden Daniels is close, and
They don't have shoulder.
Marvin Harrison. Sauce Gardner didn't even finish with the Jets.
There's no shoulder.
He wound up teammates with Taylor, and then combined, he was, 2-15? So, I mean, they put Cam Ward right there, but it is kind of nuts that the player that's closest, could you say, now, can we read in to this mural to say if May looks the closest?
He looks the closest.
Yeah.
Now, that's pretty crazy. You have Drake May and Sam Darnold are right next to the stadium on their way to the Super Bowl. And like I said, this is revelation of the method. And you're like, Alex, why would they want to rig the outcome? Because the NFL is a business, just like professional wrestling is a business. And when you see that Bad Bunny gets chosen for the halftime show and nobody likes Bad Bunny, can we play the sod of Eric Dickerson with TMZ? I'm not sure which sod number it is, but there's a sod of Eric Dickerson saying that he doesn't want Bad Bunny. Let's play it right here.
Last time we talked to you, we were talking about the Super Bowl halftime show. So I gotta ask, have you given like some time to like listen to some Bad Bunny and be like,
hell no.
maybe give him a shot?
Absolutely not, man. Look, why don't we get somebody from right here, from home? How about someone from right here in San Francisco? All these artists right here in the area to play at the Super Bowl. You know, somebody just goes. He speak English. You know, I mean, I don't know if it's gonna be in Spanish or whatever.
The whole thing is gonna be in Spanish. There's a few.
What sense that make? I mean, man, look. Don't get me talking. Man,
but Puerto Rico is America.
Puerto Rico is
I'm Puerto Rican too.
Puerto Rico is not America.
It's a territory.
It's a territory. You can't vote. You don't have a right to vote.
Which is a problem. A lot of people would say.
What I'm saying. You can still. It's not U.S. You can call it U.S. It's U.S. territory is what it is. That's all it is.
See, guys, nobody wants Bad Bunny singing in Spanish, wearing women's clothing during the Super Bowl. But that's because the Super Bowl uses what is called trauma-based mind control to kind of scare us into, compliance. Like every young kid is going to be watching this and seeing a man speaking Spanish in a dress. And that's meant to kind of, I guess, steer us in this direction of the New World Order, pure globalism. They don't really care about making the fans happy. You listen to Eric Dickerson say, why don't they have a famous artist from San Francisco? There's so many great musicians from California. But instead, they pick a social justice warrior like Bad Bunny to make real fans like you and I mad and to make their grand scheme targeted at your children work better. Because nobody wants to watch a guy in a dress. And that's why there's an alternate halftime show. Turning Point USA is doing an alternate halftime show where you can watch this Sunday on Real America's Voice, and you get a better aspect of what Americans really want. Instead of being force-fed homoeroticism of illegal immigrants dancing around during halftime. So I would really encourage everybody to come on in and watch Real America's Voice this Sunday. Change the channel. Do not watch this Bad Bunny garbage, this fake WWE professional wrestling football game. And if you are gambling, everybody right now, and I don't encourage you to gamble, but everybody's betting on the Seahawks. So it's looking more and more like the Patriots are going to win this game. So if I'm a betting man, which I am kind of a little bit, I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm an altar boy. My money's going to be on the Patriots. And it's very weird that the Patriots seem to win every game. And I don't know if we have enough time, but let's throw to the side of Robert Kraft, the owner of the Patriots, and his anti-Semitism campaign that will be airing during the Super Bowl. If we got
Dude. Did you see that? Should we tell him? So bad.
Oh, bro, look at him. Oh my gosh.
It's not funny.
Do not listen to that.
Thank you, man.
I know how it feels. Nah, they're not worth it, bro.
Yeah, you're right. I was tripping.
What's your name?
Name's Dave.
David?
Yeah.
Hello.
Well, I can just tell you that was done by Robert Kraft, and it's being universally panned by all my Jewish friends. It's being universally panned by people that are not even really that empathetic to their cause. Because what does that commercial really say? It says, this is Jews and black people versus white people. And sure, people get bullied all the time. But could you imagine there's somebody really writing a thing, dirty Jew, and putting it on a backpack? I mean, that is just such garbage. And I think that that commercial is only going to create more anti-Semitism. And it's not being well received at all. So if you want my expert opinion, you got Robert Kraft with his brand new anti-Semitism campaign. You have players saying that it's rigged. They showed us Drake May and Sam Darnold right next to the stadium. If you want my expert analysis, and it is, I am an expert. I was high school teammates with Super Bowl champion Matthew Stafford. The Patriots are going to win the Super Bowl. That's the primetime 99 lock. All right, coming up next, guys, Bill Maher apologizes to QAnon, and Roseanne exposes elitists are actually eating and drinking the blood of children. You don't want to miss it.